The Seminoles continue the ACC gauntlet. The next matchup, a tough one. At home, taking on the high-powered Pittsburgh Panther offense. Reminds me a lot of the Bucks Rams back in the day. Clash of styles, who wins? Ball control, slower pace, or the arcade speed, putting up points? Maybe it dictates who wins in this one. We'll have to see. Starting out, Pittsburgh wasting no time, third and inches, going no huddle, and a good play call there. Big juke, but Wilson, for all of his inabilities as an impact corner, makes a big tackle there, but it just delays the inevitable run up the middle, touchdown. So 7-0. Holmes, though, your reigning Jet went finding his way into the end zone for the first time this season. He's come close a couple of times, but he gets in. The game is tied at 7. Then on a punt, a really weird play there. Brown says, you know what? I want to get in the action, just takes the ball out of Holmes' hands. Could have been a disaster. It ends in a disaster anyway. Missed kick. But we get a really odd fumble. Guy just laying on the legs of a defender and somehow fumbled the ball. Okay. Williams gets into the end zone, so we take advantage. 14-7 midway through the second. Looks like maybe this will be a low-scoring game. Maybe we get our way, but big scramble here. Couldn't get anyone to get to him quick enough. And then the deep shot. Miss with the safety. Touchdown, Panthers. All knotted up at 14. So kick to the other side. Holmes from the left and from the right. He gets into the end zone for the second time. 21-14. No need to worry. He wasn't a factor after. Nothing but high kicks. So he was nerfed. And then 82. Big block to seal the edge. Wildcat jet touch pass. Good. Didn't start the half. Don't want to use a timeout, an accidental there. We are able to recover, thankfully. That could have been a disaster. But hey, guess what? It ends in a disaster anyway. Turn the ball over. A fumble, we give it back. And Kirkland, need to put your hand up, not reach out. 28-21. But the offense answers. Williams breaking free. Almost 30 yards for the score. 28-28 after a stop. Squirrel White. Acceleration, huge. Just able to get away from the defenders. He gets into the end zone. 35-28, Florida State. Pittsburgh, they answer. Great play call here. 2 guys, 1 defender. That usually doesn't end well. And then Williams, trying to get the ground game going. Get back to ground and pound. Big run there. 3rd and 2. A stiff arm. And then Williams getting inside the red zone 4 minutes to go. Not too long after, Williams 2nd and goal. Getting in the end zone. Touchdown Florida State. Up 7. But with 3 minutes, the big play. Again, the catch and run big in this game. Tight end making the big catch, but he does get run down by Joseph. But we find ourselves in goal to go. Kirkland, big hit. Not like fired up chip, but we'll still take the play. Speaking of big hit, knocking the ball out on 3rd and goal. And we go to 4th and goal from the 4. No one open. Quarterback takes off. He does get that. We follow with a false start. So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 13. Williams. Man, that run could have ended the game. Find ourselves in 3rd and 2. We off the pass. Pittman, you see the lurk there by the linebacker, but just able to get away. Kneel it out. A lot of points in this one. Florida State survived at home. Williams, the player of the game, I guess. He had 3 touchdowns. I kind of think it's someone else. We'll talk about that in a minute. Offense, for obvious reasons, we clearly were outpaced. We had 296 to Pitt's 515. It was 7 of 11 on 3rd down. Running the ball, that helped. Averaging 5.5 yards a carry, almost 100 yards on the ground. 3.2 for Pitt. Turnovers equal 1 apiece. But you see that stat down there, total yards. We're just 5 yards off thanks to kick return yardage 209. For Pitt, Holstein, 25 of 39, threw for 438, 3 touchdowns. Defense hasn't looked that bad since we played against Pitt in North Carolina last season. Reed, 36 yards on the ground, a touchdown, but he had a big fumble that we were able to take advantage of. Their offense, Reed over 100 yards, and Overman and Johnson over 100 as well, all with 6 catches. The defense getting 2 sacks, so getting to Tommy a couple times. Spires and James with the sack. In terms of tackles, defense led by Brookins. He had 10, Lewis with 8. They combined for 5 for a loss. And then the fumble recovered by McIntyre. That was a big one. A little bit of a momentum shift coming out of the half. For Florida State, Tommy, only 1 touchdown, but 19 of 21, 90% completion percentage. We'll take that. On the ground, Williams, big difference in carries, 13 for 93, 3 touchdowns. Gavin with only 2. Got to make sure we get him the ball a little bit more. Receivers, Pittman leading the way. White chipping in that big touchdown on the screen, 3 for 74. He's starting to show some life. We like it. Defensively, Brown recovering the fumble. He also had 2 deflections as well. But my player of the game, Holmes, 2 kick returns for touchdowns. My true player of the game. Very happy to see him have a big game. He's kind of struggled this year with kick returns. He played a big role in our success last season. Glad to see him chip in. Speaking of chipping in, the game ball goes to the crowd. We knew coming into this game, Pitt would be making a lot of adjustments coming out the huddle at the line of scrimmage, whether it was 2nd and 8, 3rd and 4, or 1st and 10. They were loud all game. I don't know how many of those adjustments didn't go through, but I'll tell you this. If I ever thought home field advantage mattered, this would be the game. We were hoping for it, and all it takes is a play here or there. You only seem to play close games. Thank you, crowd. And now we go on the road to Stanford.